One of the consistent themes that we saw from President Bush, from President Biden, from the other speakers over the course of the weekend is the fact of how deeply we've been divided in the last 20 years since 9/11.
There is more to the sadness in the memorial this year than I think previous years, because we remember what it was like that day, but we also remember how united we were afterwards, that feeling of purpose that we had that has not just been lost, it's the opposite. We are in such a deeply polarized place. That polarization, by all the data we have, was happening before 9/11, but it has so dramatically increased in the past 20 years. You know, we talk about the vaccine mandate in the last section, and everything that we talk about now divides us. Even we're under such an existential threat as a worldwide pandemic. There was no post-9/11 moment.
Roland Martin, the warnings, I was speaking with the Secretary of Homeland Security on Friday. The FBI director said it consistently. #1 terrorism threat right now in the United States, domestic terror.
Absolutely, and also be very specific, white domestic terrorism. The Trump DOJ, what did they do? They stepped away from that. Ray was saying it. You had people who were saying we must confront this. When you look at the Southern Poverty Law Center, you look at what the NAACP is saying and so many others. When you look at the rise in hate crimes against Asian Americans, against African Americans, it is real. And the problem is when you have political leaders who are encouraging that, because that also translates into votes for them. And so when you saw what President Bush talking about that, and I was glad to see President Biden and the other real former presidents actually show up, as opposed to going do commentary for a boxing match. That's what leaders do. They stand united as a country, and you have to have more of that. But white domestic terrorism, and we have to specify that for that reason. It is a sickness in this country, and it must be confronted on the federal level, the state, and the local level.